When the Justice card comes up in a tarot reading, a few things come to my head. A fair and just outcome. You're being held accountable for your actions. Be fair in your judgments, and that there are decisions and choices that you need to make. There are 100 other ways to interpret this, but let's break this card down. So come and learn tarot with me. What other details are hiding within this card? There's a couple things that I want to point out here. So this is often called the Lady of Justice. She's also called the Greek goddess Astraea. Probably pronouncing that wrong. When we look at Lady Justice, she's in a red cloak, which symbolizes her power, influence, and controlled passion. She does not hesitate once guilt is established, and the punishment will follow immediately. The crown up here, when we look at the crown, this crown is talking about authority, status, power, and that justice will prevail. There is a small square in it which represents her clarity of thoughts. So the sword here in her right hand, look at that a little closer, represents swift action and a logical, rational brain and having order. The sword pointing upward says that she rules with a firm and final decision, and the double edge of the blade signifies actions having consequences, as well as having discernment between truth and lies. Now we have the scales of justice over here in her left hand. The left hand is also the intuitive hand, and when we look at the scales of justice, they remind us that intuition needs to balance logic. It's also a symbol of her impartiality, her fairness, her honorable actions, integrity, as well as courage. The scales are also known as a symbol for Libra and the dual nature of justice. Now, on the bottom here, we have a little white shoe popping out and the right leg kind of sticking out. So the white shoes are a reminder of the spiritual consequences of our actions, and that right leg kind of reaching forward is a symbol of our consciousness. Now, we also have the purple veil in the back here. The purple veil in the back, let's see if I can get that on camera. The purple veil in the back signifies compassion, wisdom, and dignity. And then, of course, we have the two pillars over here, kind of reminds us of the High Priestess, right? And these pillars represent balance, law, impartiality, structure, the balance between seeing things in black and white, and the positive and negative influences. So those are just some of the symbols within this card. A lot of times, if you memorize some of the symbols, it makes it a little bit easier to remember what this tarot card is all about. If you get stuck, don't worry, just stop, take a breath, and ask yourself, what does this card mean in this situation? Trust your intuition. It's not always as black and white. It's not always all about the book meaning of the card.